Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the ABS show, coming straight to you from where?
New York City.
We love you for watching. Thank you for once again tuning into our channel. Make sure to subscribe, okay? And after the show, go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS show. Like, share, okay? And throughout the entire conversation, you can drop your comments below. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So we're about to talk about this sensitive topic, okay? So according to Injustice Journal, the Supreme Court runs scared from a religion versus civil rights to discrimination case because it was highly sensitive. So a while back, a case was taken to the Supreme Court whereby a man who works at a bakery refused to design and bake a cake for a gay couple. Well, the gay couple decided to sue the baker because they felt like they were being discriminated against. It started, local courts, they couldn't handle it, and now it went to Supreme Court. Well, now the Supreme Court is saying that it's a little dicey, okay? So it's leaving people asking about religion versus, people using that as hate because they felt like they based that upon their religion and hated on them and, discriminated against them. What do you guys think about this story? Do you think that religion has brought us together or divided us?
I think that religion is one of the greatest dividers and one of the most, the bane in our existence.
Can you say that again?
It's one of the biggest dividers. It's the bane in our existence because some of these things are interpretations of things that some man wrote, not per se that it came from God himself. Because so literally some of these like rules and regulations and these commandments and all that stuff have been twisted and moved around and created in man's likeness, just like the Quran as well. I feel like religion is used to control people. So in this thing, I think that the guy, why is religion he discriminates because he has to make the cake. If you're making
Do
cake,
you really have to make the cake? Don't you have the right to your religion to believe in whatever you want to believe in and live according to that?
But why is my belief impeding me from doing my This is a business. You're open for business. You're open to serve people. So why is that impeding you from creating my cake for me and my honey? Or whatever, and because of religion, you have a business, so you're making cake for everybody. So you might be making cake for pedophiles, you might be making cake for criminal thieves, for scammers, but you don't stop making their cake just because we're obviously probably gay, and maybe because you can tell, because you probably made cakes for gay couples and you don't know.
I feel like, yes, religion actually has caused division. I'm a Christian, you're a Buddhist, you're this, you're that, everything. We're all going loggerheads and hitting ourselves. Systems and beliefs, everything is all crashing. There is no rule of common sense that governs the human race. And like you said, people went in and put this whole article together, wrote things and all that and everything.
Were you calling the Bible an article?
I just feel like people still went and wrote things in there, because I wasn't there in the medieval times. I wasn't there in the Bible times and everything. These are all stories and all that. And so it was just lately that I came, to understand that when I was diving deep studying everything. But anyways, back to the subject matter. Religion has actually divided people, and also for the cake business who's not making. I feel like if you're not gonna do it, don't tie it with religion or anything. Let it be like a personal stuff. That's where rights.
But discrimination is discrimination, whether or not it's personal. Or you are basing it on the Bible. You're still.
Yeah, don't base it on the Bible. Like it's rights. Like if I don't feel like doing anything for you, if you don't feel like doing whatever, that's like you should be able to understand that. Okay, that's his business. I'm gonna go somewhere else where somebody else can make a cake for me.
That's illegal.
Okay.
It's not illegal.
It's illegal to discriminate.
Not discriminate.
It's right.
It's not illegal for you to refuse services to a customer.
Yeah.
You can choose. Yes, it is not illegal.
You
can choose not to sell something, not to sell to a particular person for whatever reasons. Where the problem comes, where the issue comes, is when you now declare what it is.
Thank you.
That made you not so.
I don't do
you
this.
can say, okay, I'm sorry, I can't make that cake for you. Why? I just don't feel like I want to make the cake for you. Our outfit doesn't suit what it is that you're asking for. Period. But when you now go based on my religious belief, because you're gay, because you're this, then that's right there. States why, and then gives them credibility to come for your head. Now, I understand that, like you've said already, the Bible is a revised, the Bible we have now is a revised form of what it initially was. And along the line, over the couple of years, it has been interpreted over and over and watered down to what we have now. Some people interpret the Bible that we have now to a completely different level, where to the extreme where they They are prejudiced, they are discriminatory against people because of what the Bible says. When the first rule of the Bible, like mentioned here on this show before, is love.
Yes.
If you love someone, there are a lot of things that you will not do under the pretext of being a Christian or under the pretext of following the Bible. The world today, we've allowed religion, and I'm just speaking from a Christian standpoint, this goes across all religions.
By the way.
The world today, we interpret our religion, and because this person who's a Muslim is acting a certain kind of way, we hold to our own beliefs as a Buddhist, as a Christian. We hold on to, as a Jewish person, oh no, you know what? We go into the extreme part of the Bible and dig it out, or it's extreme part of our word, and dig it out and hold on to that and say, this is what my own religion says. When all across the board, it just says love. It just says love. So now, if once we go through that love, a lot of all these barriers that we put up, a lot of these walls that we set up for ourselves begins to come down. But we don't want that.
In my own opinion, I don't feel like the origin of religion was meant to divide people. Like she said, religion was meant for love. And if we say that religion is a belief that is dividing people, then that's not the only thing dividing people. Even governmental laws divide people.
Absolutely.
So every law of every land divides people. So let's not just base it on religion and say religion is to blame. What is to blame is not religion. What is to blame is the human race, who has taken this to an extreme level, whereby we read the deepest part of that Bible, or whatever, the book, the Quran, the Bible, or whatever it is that we are reading, and we interpret it in our own way. So if we ask for wisdom, like she said, the most important thing is love. And if there's a part that says, love your neighbor as yourself, then that person who owns that shop doesn't have the right to reject.
Even if it's a private.
Even if it's a private business, it's a business. You don't have the right to reject people because they are gay. Because the Bible already said, love your neighbor as yourself. It didn't say if you are straight or you are gay, then don't walk with them or don't do anything with them. That's my standpoint.
So, well, for centuries, people have actually used religion as an excuse to justify their violence against a lot of people, against black people, against women. So about 81% of people living in Kenya right now identify themselves as Christians. In the same breath, they are forcing women with genital mutilation, and they'll base it on religion. It might not be Christianity or whatever, but within their own religion. So they've been doing this for years and years and years. Where it becomes very touchy is that I want to take this situation right now and put it in a highly homophobic country, environment like Jamaica. If he goes ahead and bake that cake, in a way you're still supporting that behavior. In a way, you are so supporting that lifestyle. It's illegal. It's illegal as well. So it's like, so where do you find the happy medium whereby you can still believe in your Bible and say, oh, I love you, and I'm going to still bake the cake, but then when I bake the cake, it's still illegal.
Well, that's part of the 12th Amendment. That's why they separated church and state. You know what I'm saying? It's two different, like, church and state are not supposed to, be together. It's a separation. So if you don't separate that from things, because you're doing a business, you don't know everybody that you're servicing, so you can't discriminate because you know these people, these two men or women are gay. That makes no sense because you're not separating
it. It's like he's gonna sell you whatever cake you want, but he's not gonna design the cake because that's his art, artistic creation. That's his art, and I don't feel like creating and using my art, my talent to support. To support that. I think that's where.
Okay, so this is the world that we live in right now, and obviously there's an extent to which we can do something about it. All right, now. In the LGBTQ community, how about people, come out and start a baking business that can help?
They have quite a few.
Oh, there's a P now.
Yes.
Okay. So how about, people in that community, come out and, have a cake business and help support.
I think a lot of them do have cake
businesses.
There's quite a few bakers in the cake community.
So if this person is not going to bake cake for you or something, then go to.
But that's the division we're talking
about.
That's
the division. That you're divided. That's you.
Oh,
that's like saying, well, if black people have a problem, then we have our own water fountain. I mean, I want to share the whole water fountain with everybody. I don't want the black, water fountain because sometimes the water fountain don't even have water in them. Okay, so I want to share yours.
So the thing is, since this is a very controversial issue. Like it's been been on. It's been on so much headache all over the place with beliefs and things that are clashing. So, and me, I'm all about, I don't even like to waste time with anything. If you're not going to do it, if you're not going to whatever, keep it moving. You know, if I don't agree with you, I move on to the next one and all that. Yeah.
Let's say somebody that is like a real, I mean, I don't want to measure your Christianity or your religion.
Yeah, mine is very lax.
We know. Number two. But I want to have an example of somebody that is really into the Bible, that loves God, that wants to abide by the Bible and the Ten Commandments. It's a battle. Listen, I don't support it. I'm just trying to see it from where they're coming from. It's a battle to see God. Am I sinning? Am I going to hell for supporting this, for baking this cake, for doing this? It's like a Catholic OBGYN doing abortions.
Okay. But
I mean, you know what I mean?
But Charlie, this is the same church. Is this the same church that's having sex with little boys? I just want to know. This is the same. No. But I'm just saying. We're talking. No, I'm just saying we're talking about religion and talking about breaking down and saying, oh, I'm a strong Christian. I'm a devout Christian, but I'm gonna have sex with a little boy. But I'm a devout and I will not bake your cake for you. Like it makes no sense. It's very hypocritical. It's hypocritical.
That's hypocritical.
Right? We're trying to make it look like the Catholic Church accepts having sex with little boy is a norm. That's not what, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So
it's a sin of which anybody that is caught in the act or reported will be penalized. Even in New Jersey recently, there's a new law. Listen, there's a new law in New Jersey that says in the Catholic Church that every priest or clergy that has defiled a child or a girl or anybody from history, not just right now.
In the year 2019, how many years has it already gone on?
Listen now, let me learn that anybody that has been caught in that or that will be reported right now, first of all, they will remove them from priesthood and they will be arrested, they will be jailed and everything. You are making it look like the clergy accepts having sex with little boys.
I feel like a good percentage of them do.
Okay,
because a lot of people are not
but this is my thing though. For those people that would say, based on my religion, I'm not going to, I will sin against God. Understand that this same Bible that you are going by says that all sin is equal. There is no greater sin than the other. Anything that you do. So if you don't bake the cake for somebody that is gay or you think you're encouraging a gay couple, the same when you look at someone, you know, in a bad way, you look at someone with confessions in your heart,
that's a sin.
Or you lie, right there in that same breath, you've sinned. Regardless, you're sinning. So why don't you go about your life and live a life of peace, a life of love, and then ask for forgiveness as you go. Don't discriminate against someone and say because you're Muslim, because your religion doesn't go by what my religion says, you can't be in my own space. There are some people like that. Your child cannot marry a Muslim because, according to my Bible, it says, what part of the Bible are you reading?
But it's even worse for the Muslim, because for you to marry a Muslim, you have to combat to be a Muslim.
And I'm so happy.
And if the person does not agree to convert, the Muslims will not accept you.
Well, there's several examples of radical Muslims actually killing. Mohammed Shafia, a Muslim in Canada, killed his 3 daughters because they were dating the wrong men. What is the wrong man? Is the wrong man dating non-Muslims? So people take it to another level of stoning. There's another guy that was also stoned, Christopher Bradford. I just want to mention their name because people are using religion as a backup to divide us and to create so many.
And it's very funny. Who's setting all these rules? What is the yardstick for all of these rules and everything? Don't do this, don't do that. Who's determining what is right and who's determining what is wrong?
The extremists. The people who are interpreting this word differently. Because if you read the Bible clearly, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself.
As well?
Even the Quran, it says you're my brother. They even share the kettle together when they do the prayer. You understand? They wash their hands and everything. So there's unity. There is love. But the people, the race, we are the extremists that define it in our own way. Because even the Jesus Christ that they are following in the Bible, there were so many times Jesus Christ ate and feasted with prostitutes and sinners. It was written there, but that's an example to tell you that love is what they are preaching. When you're there, none of us was there.
And then you hear about, David killing, somebody's wife, and after everything that he
killing
did,
somebody so he gets his wife.
And then after everything, he became a man after God's heart. Look at Solomon. He had
people
so many.
Use that example to kill.
Thank you. So look at Solomon. So many concubines sleeping all around, and yet he was pleasing in the eyes of God. So I'm like, what is all of these ideologies, flying all over the place? It's just a whole lot. So religion, Quran, Mormon book, Bible, this, that, like.
So you're saying we should start being lazy? I mean, that's that's what I got from what you just said. Because a lot of Christians out there are very lazy. I mean, yes, go to church, love your God, but your eyes have to be very open. You have to ask the right questions. For me, you are saying that in the beginning was the earth, and the earth was the God, and the end was the God, and then Adam and Eve, and then the snake and the apple, and then Adam was born, and then Adam was created, and all of that. Okay, so then I have a question. Okay, so Timani, you're a Christian, right? So I have a question for you. So it was Adam and Eve, right? Correct. Correct?
Not Adam and Steve.
Now,
right?
Adam. Now you're telling me.
I knew she was going to say that.
Dad.
Back mountain going on in the Garden of Eden. So now you're telling me God created Adam and Eve, right?
Yes.
And according to the Bible, if I'm wrong, please, they gave birth to Cain and Abel.
Yes.
So how did we end up here?
Oh shit, you've asked me that question before, I remember.
Yeah, so since you want to be the Bible, and I'm not going to do this for you because the Bible said, I'm using the Bible to enslave you, by the way. They use the Bible to enslave that. They told us to obey your masters.
Yeah.
And it's in the Bible
No,
to
but
quote
let's
it for
be
you.
honest. The same Bible we're talking about is the same Bible that has been watered down to the level whereby...
Who watered this down?
The Constantine and the people who wrote the
So
Bible.
St.
They watered it down. St. James,
the King James Bible.
Queen Glitterati's version. Everybody has version. You know?
So why not what you just
there are
said? You know
stories
what
that
the
are
meaning
left out. There are stories that are left out from the Bible.
Even it says that if everything was written that had happened in the course of events, that the Bible wouldn't even contain
I
it.
call BS on it. Let me tell you why I call BS on it.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I call
everybody has
BS
their
on
own
it. Because
version.
every time you try to question these Christians, these so-called Christians that go to church and all of that, you try to question them, they either label you as a snake, that was questioning, that was, hold on, that was deceiving Eve, or they would tell you the Bible, some of them got burnt and some of them got lost. So you're trying to tell me that God can protect his documents? Even our own documents. Hold on.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Even our own documents. Look at the way you protect your passports.
No, listen.
Look at the way you protect your immigration passports.
Are you trying to tell me now that...
At some point, you have to give your God that you serve. At some point, you have to give your God that you serve more credit than that. I give God more credit than that.
Bro.
I give God more credit than that.
You're beginning to sound like God just comes down every day, drink water with you, and
No,
protects his document. What are you talking about?
Maybe you're
He gave us the earth. He said, conquer the earth, subdue it. So it's up to you.
So
Whatever
he
you
gave
do
us
with it
the
is your
earth.
choice.
So
that does not mean that if the book is written, then he's going to put an angel to be watching the book
For me, I don't
and
know
cut
what kind of
anybody
God
that comes
you
close to
serve.
the book.
So
Are you
for me, I don't know what
thinking?
kind of God you serve.
What are you
but
saying?
What kind of God do you serve that will tell you, oh, I've given you the earth and everything in it, but I'm sending the devil to you. And be careful because the devil is here. Why won't God keep the devil out there?
This whole thing is going left.
It's not going left. For me, listen, I love God. I think there's a God.
Yeah.
So I believe that. Alpha and Omega. But today's Christians, we have to open our eyes.
I want to
Yes.
answer that question.
Yes.
The question I just asked, the answer to that question is there in what you just said, the Alpha and the Omega. Because our God is a God of balance. He doesn't believe in, okay, all the way, good. He has to balance, to balance it out. The same way he made light and darkness, it has to be equal. Now, whichever way you want to tilt, that's
You have the power. He has given you the
tilt
choice.
anything.
up to you.
I don't want to tilt. I want it to be there
Easy.
clear.
You want it to be easy.
I don't want it to be. I asked my
that's
friend
laziness you're talking
yesterday.
about now.
She was like, "Oh, I'm going to church on Sunday." I was like, "Okay, why are you going to church?" I just asked a simple question. She couldn't answer it. I was born in Christianity.
That's hard.
That's fine. But most
She
people
hasn't
don't
discovered
because
her
they go to
purpose.
church because they were born as Christians or they were born as whatever religion, so they just follow that.
Can
Most
I also
people
talk
do
about
it.
the fact that a lot of
I
us get
was believed as
lost?
millennials now to be smart.
The reason why I said
You
that
call
was-
that being smart?
Yes, I said it.
Asking
hold on.
questions is smart.
Ask questions.
Yeah,
Yes.
ask questions.
You can
yeah.
find understanding to every question you ask if you open your mind
But I
and
asked
seek
when you
that
couldn't answer.
understanding.
What?
So what did you ask me that I could not answer?
Where would I seek that?
What did you ask me that after Cain and Abel, who
You
gave
didn't
birth
answer
to
that
the rest?
question. When God resurrected before,
Resurrected who?
When Jesus himself resurrected
Yeah.
and was going up in the skies, it's in the Bible that he said, I mean, listen, I read the Bible just like all of you guys read the Bible.
We all have God.
He said, when I come back, some of you guys will be alive and some of you guys will be dead. The people there that he told that to, they are all dead. So right there, that's why that's why the Jewish people don't believe in Jesus, because of that statement. That yes, that's one of the reasons why.
What he meant is that their
Are you an
descendants. Their descendants will continue. I've heard rumors had it that a lot of Igbo people are Israelites.
True.
Just so you know,
So
I'm
you're
Jewish.
Israelite.
Yeah, I'm Jewish.
Rumors had it.
Are you an
Right?
Israelite?
I'm just putting now.
Were you there when God was
No,
the
from
sky?
Israel.
No, but you are funny though, because you're asking the
people
same
might be
question
from
that is
Israel.
natural, that is existing between us every day. History continues in generations.
Yes.
The black American community that know about their ancestors that were enslaved for 400 years, were they there?
Of course.
What are you talking about?
There are
You tell it to your
separate
children, your children tell it to your children, your children's children, until your children's
What
tell
I'm
it to
saying
you.
is,
Charlie,
you're the same pastor that will tell you,
Charlie.
don't follow the world,
Yeah.
don't follow the world, is in the Range Rover.
Charlie,
The same pastor.
one thing you have to understand is that as humans, we don't have answers to it all. We don't have answers to
So
everything.
because you don't have answers
Alright.
to it, don't discriminate.
What I
Wait,
think
hold
should
on.
be smart. You're saying that when you said that Christians are not smart and all whatnot, what I think the world, in general are lacking on is the fact that we fail to understand that there's a line between religion and spirituality. We are so
Yes.
focused on that
religion.
religion that we
Yes.
think religion is spirituality. It is not. That is the reason why you have people like you have religions like the Buddhists that all they want to do is self-development.
Connect,
They
yes.
connect with the universe. They talk
Yes.
about their chakras and all.
Yeah.
That is the reason why you have those ones. Those ones are there. They're not focused on
And it's working
the
for
physical.
them, you know? And
They're
it's working
focused
for them,
on.
yes.
They're trying to be one.
Yeah.
With the spiritual.
Of
One
course.
with the universe and
Yes.
elements.
Yes.
All that which God has created. That which
Yes.
shows God in His
Yes.
high and mighty power.
Yes.
You know. The other day I came outside. I was talking to a friend and I looked up in the sky. We were talking and I was in a daze. I said, sorry, what happened? And I go, look at how beautiful that is.
Wow.
And the next thing I said was, God, you are great. That was just like that.
Yeah.
Because I understand
I mean,
that
just flying
there
alone,
is power
looking
in
through
everything
the
that you
window.
see around you. But
Yes.
we think we have to go into a church
Yeah.
and pray.
Yeah.
What you're doing, pray. The man
And
of God,
everything.
according to Charlie, is sleeping. And you're shouting, pray for hours.
But you do believe there's a God, though,
I
right?
do believe there's a God, and even there's a lot of things like in you know the way we practice
Yeah.
that is very questionable to me. Even the way we pray. Do you talk like that to your dad? If you need something from your mom, are you gonna go there? You don't do that. So why you doing that to God? Why you do? No,
Because
serious.
it's all dramatic.
It's all
theatrics.
dramatic
They
and-
do theatrics. It's all theatric. It's all
don't do
dramatic to
that.
be like, oh my God, what's happening? It's,
And then if you're
we
not
all-
screaming like them, they think you're not powerful in prayer, you're not spiritual.
Since we're talking
So you
about
have to be
religion,
screaming
there
and
are two types
shouting.
of actually religion and the way people practice it. The way people practice
Fanatics.
Christianity,
Fanatics.
even in the Western world,
It
is
is
way
different.
different than the way they practice Christianity. It's the same Bible, though,
Yeah, in those
in
days.
Africa.
In Africa,
African Christians believe you have to suffer before your breakthrough will come.
Now,
Yes.
Why?
No, righteousness is suffering, actually.
Oh, jeez, there we go.
When you're suffering, that's the main righteousness.
Oh.
To even
That is
preach,
where you're going to.
yeah,
When you're going to persecution.
Nah, it's a
hold
lie.
on.
Listen to me, you don't have to
to even,
They will not cut it by saying that, look at Job in the Bible. My
Oh,
friend Job
he
is Job
suffered,
and Debbie.
yeah, you know.
They are two different people. All
Prosperity,
right?
prosperity messages is even a taboo in churches.
My thought when we talk about God
yeah.
is that God lives within all of us.
That-
We're all
that's
God's
it.
children.
That's
So
it. I believe
that.
I feel like we have the
He's
power in
personal
us
for
to
me.
do bad or good, like
Yeah.
you said, or
Yeah.
be in the middle.
Yeah.
So I think that we always go back and forth
Like
and
this.
And you
treading
believe you have
that
to
water,
suffer
right?
before you break
No,
through.
I don't
No,
suffer.
I don't
no.
suffer.
What I believe is that people make themselves slaves of their pastors or their religious
They're
leaders.
fanatics.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
it.
they
You're a
become
fanatic.
fanatics, and then they become so orthodox, and then they listen to those things and believe that if they don't do this, they will go to hell.
Yeah.
That's the fear they have. That if they don't
Yeah.
do this, they will go to hell. If they do this, they will make heaven.
Yes.
I believe that heaven is here within me
Yes.
because He said it in His word that He's living within us, that we are made in His image and
Yes.
after His
Yeah.
likeness.
Likeness, yes.
So all we have to do is connect with our God,
Our
that
source.
supreme being,
Yes.
and seek knowledge in our own way.
course.
People that said, I met a girl this time I went on a date. She said like she has read the whole Bible from beginning to the end and whatever. Or like, did you read it like a novel or you read it for understanding?
So just to close, do you
That's the
believe that
point.
in times and onto date,
Yeah.
religion has brought people together? I mean, I did have a little advantages of religion, but do you believe it has bonded us or divided us?
Divided, absolutely.
Divided.
It has really done more harm than good, you know,
Yes.
like because we have different things all over the world. And don't forget, when it comes to fetish activities as well, that's another religion entirely
Yeah,
too, because you're worshiping one God, one Amadioha, one Oshu,
Yeah.
one on this, one. You know,
Yeah.
like the whole thing is just crazy. Even me that I'm even sitting down here, I still go to church, but it's not everything that I agree with. It's not everything that I just sink in. So I'm not gullible, I'm not vulnerable like the rest of everybody who just go all the way in. No, I still have my reservations and everything and all that. So
I guess who gave you that ability to do that?
free will.
The same God or
Yeah,
whatever.
the same God. You have to think of myself.
Before we leave, I do want to say Happy Pride. It's World Pride in New York City. So Happy Pride, since we're talking about LGBTQ issues.
Okay.
To all of our followers of the LGBTQ, Happy Pride.
LGBTQP. To all
Happy
the LGBTQQ, IAAP. Hey. The letters continue. We're not there yet. Before you know it will be all 26 letters.
It doesn't matter.
Happy Pride to
Diversity is
everyone.
life.
We love you guys. It doesn't matter what you're doing behind closed doors. It doesn't matter how you identify yourself as. I love you.
God loves you.
And try as much as possible not to discriminate.
Amen.
Anybody, color, gender,
race,
sexuality,
size.
We love you.
No
and
fat
size.
and size.
Because we have a bonus on the stage.
Yeah, so
We have for watching. Until next time, you're watching the ABS show. This is MinaTV. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.